Okay, so I want to make another video about the rock drakes here in Aberration, since they are one of my favorite tames, or I guess second favorite tames in the Aberration map or expansion, aside from the Reapers being my number one. But these guys, they have a pretty simple yet challenging way of obtaining their eggs, since they are not a knockout tame. You have to get them through an egg. Your best bet, you can use, actually there's multiple methods, up to 3 decent ones, but one of them tends to work the best, which is the one I have equipped. If you go to my inventory, you need a hazmat suit. You can have a glow pet too, that can help. You're gonna need a glider suit and ice picks now, or climbing picks. I would say bring at least 3 because you never know what might happen to them. But so pretty much what you're gonna do is the location for this. The first one is right here. Okay. The next one is kind of where those like weird. My arrow's pointing to them. So they're like those weird looking like white vine things there. But that's near where the second location is. But these areas look like this, so the rock drakes are most likely going to be camouflaged like this. So you can see them, but you know, they're supposed to be hard to see from a distance, like this. You can still see them. There may also be like stuff like Karkanos, but in this area specifically, it should be primarily just rock drakes. You shouldn't have to worry about too many other things until you get up more. But pretty much the method for these things. Oh, and the nests, they look like this. Now these don't have an egg in them, but yours might. So it's always worth looking. There's a nest there. There's a nest here. Where else? There's definitely way more. Nest right here. I don't know if that's. I don't think so. Like that's a nest, right? There's plenty of nest spots for these guys, but to actually get down here, so you're gonna probably be through here. Okay, it's this little cave right here. As you can kind of see from this, like the yellow things, but it's the giant spine, right? So you're basically gonna be up here, right? Use your glider suit to kind of glide down. You want to be careful of being like in here because there are, I guess not here specifically, but the higher you go up, the more bad things are. So say you kind of glide down, right, onto here, okay, with your glider suit. You're going to want to go down. You can do some third person or first person. I feel like first person might be a little easier to control. I guess this could depend on the whatever you're playing on, console or PC. I'm on PC. But then you're gonna glide down, right? Because you can't. There's no flyers in this game, but you're going for these rock drakes to actually get a flyer. I believe, was it all the way down? Possibly, but you get the gist. Okay. You're gonna go. Okay, yeah, I was right here. Just pretend like I'm. Okay. So what you're gonna do is now these guys, they don't aggro onto me. Now they have a pretty decent aggro range, so they can aggro onto you quickly. So you're gonna need to do this fast. So if you don't, you're gonna need to go and you're like, okay, here's a nest, right? Pretend there's an egg. You grab the egg. Okay. And then you get, look. Okay, you're gonna need to do this. You grab your egg. You go up, right? These climbing picks are pretty easy to use. So you just click. Okay. You probably will have things chasing you. So you're gonna. Okay, pretend like I didn't fall. Okay, yeah, just get up. Now these things are probably gonna be chasing you, but the rock drakes are not that accurate. So, but once they do hit you, it's almost, I wouldn't say it's a one tap, it's probably like a 2 or 3 taps. So you have like a couple chances. Get up here and just fly out. Just try to go like this way. Actually, don't go that way. Yeah, you're kind of screwed wherever you go. But, yeah, try to go up this way. This is probably your best bet to get up here. Typically, they won't aggro onto you once you get far enough away, since they're rock drakes. They're more so jumpers. It'll probably climb after you as well, but it gets to a point where they just can't chase you anymore. I just picked a bad route. It'd probably be best to go this way, because if you look, there's only one rock drake. You could also bring a creature too. If you have a cryopod, bring like a Karkanos if you've tamed one, because that's probably your best bet to actually fend off against these guys. So yeah, get one of these. Get like a high level one, say level 90 or more, at least. 100 plus is ideal, like 110 plus. Since I believe they go to 150. But yeah, so that's spot 1, if I remember right. Spot 2 would be like over here. Yeah, right here. So yeah, spot 2. Spot 1 doesn't work. So spot 2, same thing. But you can also use stuff like the Yeeling, which is the new Ascended only creature. It's not in Arcs Evolved. Like, yeah, like right here. So here you are. Level 19, so this is a low level Rock Drake. But that's a Rock Drake egg. None there. That's just to prove that this is actually, a location for them. They exist. But yeah, I would say honestly your worst, or like one of the more annoying guys you might have to deal with, would be like the Seekers. Since they fly, but they're small, so they're not that hard to kill. But yeah, that's how you get Rock Drakes. They are a pretty cool creature. Here's one right here. We force the... So stop moving. Ability force tainment? I don't know. Okay, yeah, there we go. These things are pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how to. I haven't messed with these guys in a while, so, but I absolutely hate this map to survive on. But I love the creatures on it. But yeah, these things, they glide. They can climb onto walls. Insufficient stamina. But yeah, that's basically what these things are like. They're super cool creatures. Not the hardest taming method, but obviously to incubate them, I would say get like 17 air conditioners if you want to incubate multiple, but still get 17 whether you're using them or not. Obviously, the egg incubator itself is gonna serve you best since you don't need to do anything. But yeah, so that's it. It's nothing special. Straightforward, kind of like the wyverns. The only problem is you don't have a flyer. So, but these are the flyers. You can use Yeelings. You could also use Karkanosis instead of the jump, but so you'd be a pain in the butt to get out because you'd have to scale all of this unless you use the Elytra and the Karkanos. But yeah, so fun place. Good luck.